I love you so much, more than any person pretends they do. It fills my mind completely up. I have no room for anything else. I'm having trouble doing anything else. It's not your fault, though. That's how I am. Special thank you to all of my patrons, especially my precious pets. Wada Resin, Nikki Bailey, Lucy Scott Russian, Hybrid Sisters, Michelle, Ann Adventure, Savannah Vance, Yandere, Destiny Stepanek, and Kelsey Brock. What do you mean, no? Darling, I'm sure you don't mean that. So why would you say it? I thought we already talked about... No, you don't. Stop talking like this. You're making me feel a little uneasy. I don't like feeling like this. I haven't done anything to you. Why are you being so difficult? I thought I was getting through to you. What happened? Why are you changing? I know you want to know about your past, but I'm not ready for that. You're not ready for this conversation to take place. I'm not trying to hide anything from you. The moment you stop acting like this and just let me love you the way you deserve, then we can talk. I'll answer all the questions that run through your curious mind, I promise. You know I don't like doing this to you. Darling, I've made myself clear on where the line is, and yet you still try to cross it. Do you want to see me hurt that badly? Do you honestly not care about me the way I care about you? What? What do you mean by that? No, you couldn't. I've been around you this whole time, from the very minute I brought you back home. I haven't left your side. You couldn't have had time to do anything without me noticing. It would be impossible. You're just... Before what? You tried to leave. No, you're lying to me. You were happy being here with me. You didn't want to leave, so why would you be thinking of trying to do that to me? It makes no sense. You couldn't... Stop. Stop talking about this. If this is your idea of a joke, I don't find anything of it funny, darling. Listen, no one is coming here. This place isn't on any kind of map. I made sure of it. No trace of it exists on the internet. The only place that has even a sliver of a chance it might be is... Never mind. It doesn't exist. You aren't leaving, ever, because you can't leave, so stop thinking you will. You are sick, and only I can take care of you. That's why they left you in my care. What are you talking about? No. This is the city I work in. We haven't left the city. Why are you... There are trees in the cities, darling. The forest means nothing. I still work at that hospital. What are you trying to say? Just tell me. Enough with the games. Huh? What? Where did you get this? It doesn't matter. They said I needed a break, and I know I didn't. This paper means nothing as of right now. Where did you find it? I don't care about the date on it. You are right, those are prescriptions, but... Yes, they were prescribed to me. I don't understand why any of that matters right now. Yes, the medicine is in the house, but I haven't done anything with them. No, I haven't given you any of them. Why are you questioning me? Help? Those doctors don't help anyone. You know what's funny? They wanted me to go to a different city, to a different hospital. That psychiatrist tried to say it would be for the best if I weren't in the same place as you, because I was obviously having problems with you being there. My mind wasn't focusing on what was important. The thing is, he was wrong about that. As usual, because you are important to me. You're the only important thing that exists in this cold world, so of course my mind was filled with only you. And something else that I find hilarious. They never got anyone else involved. No police, no other doctors. Nobody. Well, at least in the beginning they didn't. And you know what that tells me? I was right all along. I knew I was right. No. I was right. They didn't even say anything when I returned to grab some things. What fools they are, huh? Shouldn't even be doctors. Always talking about how I shouldn't be in charge of anyone, when really they should have been looking in the mirror the entire time. Oh, what's wrong? I'm fine. Give me your hands. I know mine are cold, but I need you to listen to me and focus on every word that comes out of my mouth, okay? I need to know you're real. I love you so much. More than any person pretends they do. It fills my mind completely up. I have no room for anything else. I'm having trouble doing anything else. It's not your fault, though. That's how I am. I did what I had to do. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. You want the truth, right? I will tell you, but I won't stop. No matter how hard it gets to listen to me. You've put me in this position, darling. I wanted to wait till you had the mindset to understand me, but you kept pushing. And I have a feeling you won't stop today. So, fine. I will give you what you want. I guess the psychologist told my superior something to make him feel worried. I tried to let him know I was fine, but he wouldn't listen. I looked up to him so much, and I mostly agreed with everything he said and did. I followed and trusted his words for the most part, or let on that I did, until he told me that I would be transferred, not to a different city, but a whole different country. This time, he was crossing the line. I thought he understood to a certain extent, but I was mistaken. I took every chance I had to try and change his mind, but all that time was wasted to no avail. It was clear he wasn't budging. Every day he signed paperwork for me. He wanted to get rid of me. He wanted to take me out of your life. He made that very clear. Though I don't know why he thought it was okay to put you in the care of another doctor. It was a shame. She was a great one and so young. Very, very brilliant. She was going places. Unfortunately, he put her in a position she was not capable of handling. So, if anyone is to blame, it would be him. I had to do what was needed. She was getting too close to you, so of course she had to go. I know what I said before, but there are outliers in everything. Life is no exception, and she happened to be one. Not by her own choice, but by choice nonetheless. Darling, I didn't want to do anything. If they had just listened and gave way. But they pushed me to these drastic measures. They forced my hand, just like what you're doing to me right now. Oh no, you are. You're looking at me like some kind of monster, like I'm happy creating messes everywhere I go. Do you believe I do this because I want to? Any of this? Because I don't. After that little event, I was thrown into the back of a police car. They had no reason for me to be put into that situation, like a criminal. Me? No. Simply a person willing to do anything and everything to protect the person they love. I spent days in that cell waiting. For what? It was never made clear to me. I didn't know anything until I left. I tried to ask, but the officers just laughed in my face. I should have returned the favor when I got out. The officers eventually had to release me. Nothing pointed to me, and nothing ever would, because I didn't do anything to her. She couldn't handle the pressure and decided to leave. I just helped her get further to what she wanted. I can't be faulted for that. I wasn't out of deep water yet. My superior had me sent to a mental institution right as I returned to the hospital. He was going off the rails, and I couldn't take it any longer. I couldn't do anything about it yet. I was stuck in that place for so long, stuck in one room without you being near for so long. He thought it was a good idea to visit me one day, to catch up on time, as he put it. I do appreciate that visit, though, because he told me some incredibly important information about you. Yes, you. He said you would be ready to be discharged soon. You were making amazing progress and even started to regain some memories. I don't know what they were doing to you, but it was all wrong. Only I know what you need, and me being forced into that mental hospital against my will didn't change that. It only made me yearn to protect you more. That is a great question, darling. I had to play along. Let them feel like I was making the changes they wanted me to, no matter how badly I was against it. It was painstakingly easy, to be honest. All I needed was to set my mind on you, and soon everything became clear. I jumped through every little hoop they placed for me. After I was released for the second time, my supervisor allowed me to return to the hospital to grab my things. He was still adamant about me transferring. That day, he had all the papers finalized. All I was supposed to do was clear out my office. He did make one tiny mistake, or maybe he intentionally did it. He left me alone for a short period of time, but it was all I needed. As soon as I knew what was happening, I ran to your room. You were up. Your eyes grew wide at my appearance. I wasn't in uniform, so I knew you were confused, but still, you didn't question me. You trusted my word. I loved every second of it. I said you had to be transferred, and you went along with me completely out of your own free will. And that's when I knew you felt the same way I did. After some time, we left the hospital. You questioned me a bit. I mean, we were in my personal car. It was expected of you. I did help you sleep a little. You were so frightened at first, but there was nothing you could have done differently. We were already on our way home, so far from the hospital. See? That face you're making right now. I don't like it. This is exactly what I was trying to avoid. There is nothing more to tell. I brought you home, right where you belong, and the rest is history. You were a little resistant at first, but you quickly adjusted like I knew you would. I didn't do anything to you. I was patient, like I'm being right now. I'm trying to be good. All I've done this entire time is try, but you keep pushing and pushing and pushing me farther and harder. I can't let you hurt yourself any longer. I'm getting to my breaking point. Don't worry. I will fix this. Like I always do. You are going back into the basement for your safety. The words you are using are making me uneasy, so I think it's best for me to bring you back down there. Don't start freaking out. I promise you, darling, Everything will be fine after this takes effect. You won't have to worry about anything, just like before, and I will take care of you. Hold still for me now. I'm sorry. I know you don't like being put to sleep, but please, don't be like this. If you listen, everything will be over as quickly as it started. No problems. I promise. I've had enough of these games, darling. I see you need me to take over this, too. There you go. No, don't fight me. Let me finish. All the medicine needs to go in. See? Nothing scary happened. You're fine. You're going to get a little sleepy, and soon you'll fall asleep. When you finally wake up later, you might be a little sluggish, but everything will be okay. It has to be. I won't let anything happen to you. They won't take me from you again. I promise you, my precious darling.